Hey, yeah, what's up? This disciple Marcello Currents Rain back up in this anti-Illuminati all day, anti-telepathy all day, anti-cop all day, anti-America all day, and everybody with them, yeah. So what this video basically is going to be about is basically there's no vaccination for crazy people in America. There's no vaccination for crazy people in America. So although everybody might feel that we can get past COVID. We can't get past all this craziness that's been going on. You have to be blind if you're living in America and you cannot see the difference in the people from COVID to before COVID. Before COVID, people wasn't as crazy. You didn't catch the change. They done changed, man. And they're not going to turn back, and they're not going to go back like as if the nature of before COVID. They're not going to do that. So you have, when you pay attention, a whole nother level of evil. You have a whole nother level of confusion. You have a whole nother level of chaos. So even if everyone gets vaccinated, how are you gonna stop all this craziness that's going on? People killing their own kids, beating their kids to death. The last thing I seen was this black man, killed his 5-year-old kid by beating him with an electric cord. Vaccination didn't have nothing to do with that. I'm not trying to be funny. Vaccination or unvaccination had nothing to do with that craziness of that man's mind. Last year, another black father, killed his son on Father's Day. He killed him on Father's Day because of a piece of cheesecake. His son ate the last piece of cheesecake, and for the first parent that I was talking about, he killed his son because he was watching some kind of show that he didn't want him to watch. Senseless. Senseless. So, excuse me. So although everybody can get vaccinated, people can get vaccinated or whatever, there still is a level of evil that you can do nothing about. That is here. That is here in America. Whether I want it to happen or I don't don't want it to happen. Whether I want it to happen or don't want it to happen, there's a level of evil that has come since COVID. So, what can we do? What can we do when there's another level of evil with COVID? Ain't much we could do. And the bottom line is we're just headed towards the end. We're headed towards the end, and no one wants to pay. Nobody wants to acknowledge that. Everyone wants to look for a way out instead of saying, you know what? I think this is the end. Because the mentality of the people has been crazy to me, for the past 5 years, half a decade, these people have been crazy. So, if you understand spirituality, you can't just shake yourself out. A whole country just shake themselves out in an instant, and they want to get everything together and clean everything up in an instant. It ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. What's gonna happen is you're gonna come to an epiphany that there's no hope. There's no hope. That's not a bad thing if you're a Christian. If you're a Christian, this time is not bad because you know where you're going. If you're not a Christian, I feel sorry for you. Because I don't know where your mind is at. I don't know what you think about the future. And if you're intelligent, you can clearly see that COVID ain't going nowhere. You can clearly see that this is a means to an end. You can clearly see that. You don't need nobody to point it out to you. You don't got to be the smartest person in the world. All you got to understand is It's everywhere. It's in every other country. Now, if it was isolated to America, maybe there would be hope. Other countries pitch in, vaccinate the people, isolate it to this country. But that's not the case. It's everywhere in every continent. It's everywhere. So if America cleans up this country, you still got all the whole world that's gonna be coming in and out of this country that can bring it right back into the country. It only took one bat to clean up this country to bring COVID. So it only takes one human being to start this all over again. And being that it's all around the world, look at it for what it is. It's not, excuse me. It's not going anywhere. So, you know, that's where I'm at with mine. You know, I'm a realist. Although I'm a spiritual person, that's my foundation. That's who I am. I belong to God. I am a servant of Yahweh. I am a realist. And being a realist, I realized that it's really no way that this is all gonna go away. We gotta start getting our souls together. We gotta start getting our minds together. We gotta start preparing for heaven. And God is showing you the signs so you can start preparing yourself. He's a good God. When you see stuff like this going on, it's time to prepare yourself. Okay? Because, like I said, you know, although we get vaccinations, although we do all this stuff, it's not going to change the mentality of the people. It's not going to stop crazy people from being crazy, which will be also the means to the end, a means to an end. You look at the war that's going on, and vaccination and unvaccination ain't got nothing to do with that. It don't matter that they didn't make decisions. That war didn't start because of vaccination and unvaccination. The craziness that's in the world is not a matter of vaccination or unvaccination. So wars can still happen whether people are vaccinated. Crazy people can still kill their kids whether they're vaccinated or not. The world has changed since COVID-19. The craziness is on a whole nother level. The foolishness is on a whole nother level. So how are we going to vaccinate that? So while everybody's racing to do this, racing to do that, you can't change the mentality of the people. I can't do it for you. I can't do it for you. No president can do it for you. No leader can do it for you. No community people. No one. The people, if you pay attention, have changed since COVID, and it's a whole nother level of evil. It's a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level of evil. So what are you gonna do about that? And that's my thing. You know, it's nothing we can do. It's not being it's not being without faith. You have to understand that man has free will. Man has free will to do what he wish to do. That's the gift that God has given every man. So when man having free will, how is he gonna change? How do you think that's gonna change for the better when you can look at this community and see these people tripping? That's the part that you're leaving out. Because see, in my opinion, most Americans are selfish. They're only thinking about themselves. You're not thinking about me. You're thinking about how you can save your country. So even if you want me to be a leader, you have already proven your community, by the way I've been treated by your community and your government and your police, you've already proven that you don't care about my well-being. You don't care about me. You care about restoring your country, and trying to make some leader to help you. I'm not that person. And I'm not going to be that person under no circumstances. Okay? Your country is going crazy. And it wouldn't matter what leader you had, your country is going crazy. I can't help that. I couldn't stop it if I tried. Okay? So you've come to the point where you try to utilize someone out of desperation, not out of care for the person, not out of love for the person. You're trying to utilize whoever you can to try to save. Basically, you're trying to utilize me or someone similar to help your country without caring about the people. I already know that you don't care about me. But that's okay. God covers his care and his love covers what I lack from your community. The love that I don't get, God gives me that love. So I'm always good. That's why I'm good now. Because the hate that you gave, the disrespect and the violations that you put out, God just covered all of that. He still covered it. And you're gonna get what you deserve. I don't care who you belong to. I don't care what country, city you belong to. There's no games being played right now. Okay? If you're in the business of playing games, you're about to be shut down. I'm just telling you, because the repercussions are different. The repercussions for doing crazy stuff is different. This is not this is not the time to be playing games with anybody at all, especially with God's people. You play games with me, God is going to take care of it. That's not a threat. That's reality. Not even a promise. And so, there is no vaccination for craziness and mental sickness and violent people that suffer from psychosis. There's no vaccination for that. And it's getting worse and worse, and it's just a thickness of psychosis in the atmosphere of America. It ain't nothing we can do about it. What you gonna do? Go out there and be a victim to one of the people that suffer from psychosis? So what are you gonna do? There's nothing we can do. This is called the end. This is what it feels like. This is how it feels. And when you realize that, you won't struggle. You won't struggle with what's supposed to happen. You will understand exactly what is happening. You understand exactly what's taking place right now. What's taking place right now is there's judgment from God for what has already been done in the past 5 years. In the last decade, all the stuff that happened from 2012 to 2022, I'll just say the last 10 years, but it's about 7 to 8 years, this is what we are dealing with. We are dealing with the repercussions of what America has done. You know, and people can ignore it, you can try to hide it, but karma is going to reveal all you've been doing. I can't help you. You can't help yourself. Because see, here's the thing. God makes up his decisions, makes up his mind about what he gonna do. I can't help you. No one can help you. God sees what you're doing. These crazy people don't believe in God. They don't believe in God. So they don't realize, they don't accept or acknowledge that God is seeing everything they're doing, and there's repercussions. They ain't getting away with that. They're not getting away with one thing they've been doing. They walked around trying to act like some college fraternity, and they're losing. This country walked around like some fraternity, the secret society specifically, and it failed. The Freemasons, the Illuminati, they failed. Yeah. Now you know that God is boss, and there's no way that I can change his. I can't change God's mind. I can't change God's mind. He's going to see it the way He sees it, and that's where you're in trouble. You're in trouble with the fact that God's eyes are fixated on America, and I can't do nothing for you. You can't outsmart God. You can't play psychological games with God. You can't lie to God. You can't deceive God. Okay? And that's where you're in trouble. Whether you want to accept it, whether you want to wish it away, you can't wish God away. Okay? So that's where you really are. God is fixated on what you're doing to me and his people. And he's going to make up his mind what he wants to do about it. I can't stop what God wants to do. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous as a perception to think that I can change what God wants to do. Especially in the case where you've been messing up anyway. You've been doing ridiculous, crazy stuff. We don't look. You Americans, particularly racist white Americans, you're not special to me, a person like me. I serve God. I serve God. You can't compete with that. I don't care what you use, psychic, telepaths, witches, warlocks. You still have not created anything that impressed me. And that's what you gotta understand. You can't impress somebody that's a servant of God. God is greater than you and your community. I'm not impressed. I don't want to be a part of it. This is a racist country. And you're only desperate for someone to come save you. You're not desperate to make someone excuse me. You're not desperate to make someone's dreams come true or meet someone's demands that they're asking. You're desperate to bring your country back to life, and it's not going to happen. I don't have any care or compassion because you've done so much evil that you deserve what you're getting. I only care about, I am only concerned about the body of Christ and those who are good people. Because there's scriptures that show, let the clean stay unclean. Let the wicked stay wicked. Let them stay like they are. Let these Illuminati people, let all these Freemasons, we ain't trying to, the Bible, see, the problem with American Christians, you want to evangelize everybody. You want to try to get everybody saved, quote unquote saved. The Bible, in Revelation, the book of Revelation, for you Christians, go look it up. The unclean stays unclean. Let them stay that way. You know why? Because they don't deserve what to come into paradise after all they've done. They come to a point of being so nasty and dirty. Just let them stay like that and let them go ahead and go to hell. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm not trying to save them. I'm letting them stay unclean. Yeah, I'm not your hero. That's what you gotta understand. I'm not your mascot, because what this American community like to do is make horses out of men like me. Like I'm your horse. Like I'm supposed to do something. Like come clean up my, come on color boy, come clean up my country. Come on, come clean up my country. Like I'm some animal that you can utilize for your purposes. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen on any day or any time. And my happiness, when I am happy, it does not mean that I'm doing anything for you. And I told you what I wanted. But instead of doing that, that's how crazy they are. They want to go do something else. They want to think about something else. You need to be thinking about my money. Not about no leader, not about no president, not about none of that. You need to be thinking about my money. And they know what I'm talking about. And those who and they know who I'm talking to. They can play stupid, you know exactly who I'm talking to. And if I don't get my money, everything gonna continue the same. So that's how it is. It's my way or the highway. I'm tell you just like that. If I don't get mine, it's over. I've already explained to God I'm not doing anything, no leadership position for this country. It is my way or the highway. And you can hit the highway tonight. You can hit your highway in your whatever metropolis you in. You can hit the highway in your metropolis. Okay? I'm not playing no games. I'm a grown man. I don't get mine. It's my way or the highway. I'm not trying to go with your plan. If you had the answers, why you ain't done, like why you ain't changed this country? If you had the answers on your own with your own plan, right? Then why you ain't done nothing yet? Because you don't have the plan. You don't have the answers. Okay? You didn't listen to me. You didn't meet my demands. So I don't know what you expect. I'm not playing no games with you. You in a Mickey Mouse world and I'm not. Okay, so like I said, which is the foundation of this video, there is no vaccination, excuse me, for these crazy people out here. These crazy people out here, that's going all the way to the last day of the world. That's not gonna change. I'm sorry. And you have not been conscious of that. You have not been conscious of the wickedness and the evil is on another level. Okay, so it's over, man. I'm focusing on trying my best to enjoy every day that's left. Okay? These people, particularly racist white people, have destroyed this planet. You don't see the African man overall, globally speaking, destroying the community, the global community. What you see is people of European descent destroying the global community as we speak. Whether whoever side you're on, at the end of the day, it's not the African man. And it's always been like that. And we know that. The Europeans are more responsible for the destruction of this country than any other, the destruction of this whole planet, more than any other race. The number one race that's most responsible is the European people of European descent. I ain't gonna sugarcoat that. That's the facts. That's the history. And if you look at it from a tribal standpoint, it's the white tribe that has destroyed the country, the country, the planet, and everything. It's not racism. It's a matter of fact reality. I'm stating it in a matter of fact way about reality. The tribe that has destroyed this country and world abroad the most is the white tribe. Because see, in the ancient times, it was about tribes. It was about tribes, different tribes. So who is the tribe that's most responsible for destroying the globe, the earth? White people. And you can get mad or you can accept the facts. You can't blame other people. You can't blame other people for this foolishness. other tribes for this foolishness. It's not gonna stick. You can't blame Hispanics and Latinos. You can't explain. You can't blame Africans. It's the European people that destroyed this good world that God gave us. It ain't no vaccination for their crazy psychosis mentality. They suffer. A lot of them white people that are racist, they suffer from psychosis. They suffer from psychotic mentalities. They don't love you. They obsessed. They don't respect you. They're obsessed. They don't have no care for you. They are obsessed. They put any money in your pocket, then they're obsessed. Okay? They doing anything for you worthwhile, then that's obsession, and it's no good for you. It's not going to. Eventually, you're gonna come to the same place. If they're doing it, or calling you, or saying it, or if they're obsessed with you, you're gonna come to a place where you conclude that obsession is nothing. You can't do nothing with it. You can't get no money from it. You can't get no real protection from it. You can't get no real love from it. Obsession is something that gets people killed. People that practice obsession die. Watch all these movies, these obsessed women and men. What wind up happening to them? All of them die. That's what happens to obsessed people. It ain't no vaccination for crazy. So as this world counts down, enjoy your life, enjoy your family, because it's ending. You know,